welcome to another edition of the Sports War. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Port, bright and early. Final show before Thanksgiving.
Wow,
2024.
That's right, man.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing all right, dude. Definitely a little tired right now.
You look more tired than me, dude. No way, dude.
No way.
We gotta put that on, dude.
But gonna be a great episode. Obviously, you said it, dude. Last episode before Thanksgiving. So a lot to get to, a lot to talk about. Rangers game tonight. We'll see how I feel about it.
Seeing the Blues, no pun intended, huh?
Yeah, no, quite literally.
I mean,
dude.
where, just exact thoughts right now, Rangers. Where are you?
I mean, obviously, worried about what the trade is that's going to come, who's going to be leaving, and what that's going to do to the team. It's not a spot that I thought we would be in, right?
No.
So I don't know. We'll see. I mean, Carolina, say what you will. I mean, we still could beat them tonight, but I mean, what's the lineup going to be looking like? I don't know yet.
Yeah. Hopefully they renege the whole Kreider thing. I mean, it's just that's the worst part of the whole thing. It's that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
You want to get rid of Trouba, but I don't know if it's worth getting rid of Kreider, especially if you're not going to get much back.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see, dude. I was doing a little bit more research on why he wasn't starting, and
you think he's actually injured? They're not going to trade him. Trying to get everyone all on edge and play well, and then they're not going to trade anyone. Is that what's happening here?
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know. I mean, they did say it was an upper body injury, but I mean,
Is
still
he playing tonight?
Don't know. I mean, we'll see.
Need him,
we'll
right?
see. We'll see. I guess. I mean, I would imagine. First skate this morning is somewhere around 11. So,
it's not, but isn't it just the point where it's that bad? I know it's how could it be this bad? But it almost feels with the Rangers right now, we're talking about the Jets.
I know, right? It's so odd because it really isn't
it isn't, but the way they're playing, it is.
It is.
We're just are assuming that is not going to continue.
Yeah. Which I don't know. I mean, we'll see what we'll see what the lineup is looking like tonight, and that would even be more telling. If Kreider's not playing again tonight, I mean, it's sayonara.
I can't. But we were just talking jerseys with Josh B. How did we get here?
I know, dude. It's crazy.
So that's a little unsettling, to say the least, honestly.
Yeah, it's a lot of unsettling.
But you know what I appreciate? That Tommy set his alarm clock and Marco.
Wow, dude.
Marco in the building. We
hey,
don't
buddies.
see him for Sportsport.
I know. I wonder what he's doing here bright and early. Must be stoked for Thanksgiving. So excited, dude. Top of the morning, says Tommy. Hope we can at least grab a point out of Raleigh, dude. I guess we'll see.
But see, even that, I mean, and Tommy's our diehard here, and he's saying, I hope we can grab at least a point. We hope we can lose?
Well,
at least lose?
Well, I mean, what are you going to do,
Win. That's what you could do.
I know, but if the Rangers aren't playing their full squad, it's
But you know what I mean, though?
Hurricanes are good.
How did we still, just because we're struggling, it can't be you know what I mean? It's you could just change the narrative right now.
In terms of just going out
Winning.
there and getting it done?
You could win. We've seen crazier upsets. This isn't Foreman versus Tyson.
Yeah, no, you're totally right, dude. I mean, I think we're making it maybe more doom and gloom.
Because it feels like. When did we win? When did we play well? When did we win decisively? The 4-0 shutout with Quick, that was the last time?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you would call it decisive. Yeah, I guess so.
That was against Vancouver. That was the last win?
Yeah, that was the last win. They're on a 3-game losing streak right now.
Yeah, because Kraken,
Yeah.
Vancouver, lose the final two.
Lose Calgary. Lose
I just
Edmonton.
no,
St.
but
Louis.
but I swear I don't like, I don't want to accept it, Tony.
I know, no, it's crazy, and I think it's the first time the Rangers have had a 3-game losing streak since sometime like early last season.
But it is the same as last year. The only difference was we started out way better. But it is the same thing, but it just, for whatever reason, it feels like we're not coming out of it this time.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really is just our expectations right now at this point. It's not only that we like look, I guess, maybe not playing the best right now, but it's just like the expectations were like close to perfection, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Coming off of what we were doing last season, so I don't know. It's tough, obviously, the position that the Rangers are in right now, but I don't know. I guess all we can do is just wait and see at this point.
But if you were Drury, like, you would make a full push, like, to make something happen right now, like, not wait any longer, or no?
I mean, honestly, probably. I would be working on it. I mean, not for nothing. You're sitting guys now. You're losing these games now.
Yeah.
Like if you're sitting these guys and you're gonna wait to trade
So
them.
you're calling it a phantom injury?
Yeah,
It's Kreider.
Yeah.
So I swear I'm still like in shock about it, just because it's Kreider, not anybody else. Because it's Kreider, like Mika, even Artie, just because it seems like he holds the most value.
Right. Yeah. Well, I mean, we looked at Kreider's contract yesterday. And
Manageable,
he's
but
very, very manageable.
You can't get rid of him to get rid of Trouba's contract. That just does not make any sense.
I know.
Clearing the cap, but then like, what's the roster going to be like by the time we get Kachuk?
I don't know. I don't know, dude. That's those are my worries, and I feel like that was, obviously that was Chris Drury's worries as well, which is why he stayed put with the roster that we had now. I would imagine, right? Didn't want to give up too much.
And I feel like the problem is Chris Drury's probably saying there's NFL on Thanksgiving. That's the problem. He's not. His head's not on straight.
I mean, not for nothing. Like, if I'd probably be in the same spot. I'd be like stoked for Thanksgiving and football, dude.
You know what annoys me too is that everybody has shied away from Thanksgiving in terms of sports other than football and college football, but like not NBA and NHL. Like, did NHL ever have Thanksgiving games? NBA used to.
I don't think not that I know of for NHL.
Yeah,
They're more of the New Year's Day game, Christmas.
but it's like I don't know. You could like, right? Or you think it's just like rating suicide?
Yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna be watching hockey. I'm sure. Tommy,
The Rangers were playing the Bruins.
Oh yeah, I mean, obviously Rangers
Yankee
fans are
Stadium.
watching. Yeah, sure, that'd be sick. But there is football on. Like I think
Yeah.
that would take most of the cake, dude.
So like, as much as I like football, it's like it's annoying how it's like that though.
Would you rather have hockey on? Would you rather have both, just for the options?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like.
But what would you like if there's one TV? What are you watching?
I mean, I guess if the Rangers are playing like this, we're watching football.
Well, if it's a no Jets are playing, no Rangers are playing.
I mean, football.
That, all right,
That's
so
the
there you
problem.
go. Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know. I think it just should get more respect. That's all.
No, I totally agree. I'm not right there with you.
And speaking
Right
of
there with you.
respect, did you think that Blake Snell got too much respect? $182 million, 5 years, Dodgers. Great stretch run, but struggled before. Has struggled with injury in the past. Struggles to get through deeper into games.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it's interesting. I mean, initially, I would think in terms of the contract. I mean, I don't know. What is that? 30 and some slight change, right? A year.
Yeah.
Probably like 31 something
Because
a year.
Okay, so then the 30 million over 5, 36.
It's 36.
Plus the
Oh,
is it
180 over 5. You said,
Oh,
right?
180. Yeah. So I'm saying the 30 million,
Right.
and then you divide that over the 5 years, the extra 6 million plus the 36.
It's an extra $6 million a year.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that makes sense. 30. Yeah. 30. Oh yeah, 36. I mean, I guess it's nickels and dimes at that point.
I hope he gets Tommy John in May. Honestly,
I mean, honestly, like the Dodgers seems to be where pitchers go to get injured. So I mean,
yeah.
but I don't know. You're not rooting for him a little bit?
Well, it's just because it starts and ends with the Dodgers. But, like,
Oh, so now the Dodgers are on the list. Like,
somewhat, but it's like also they can very quickly be eliminated from the lists if we just beat them next time. You know, that's
Yes.
all it is. I mean, it's like I don't think I could really. Besides like the Joe Kelly stuff, but he sucks, so who really cares? Like that's the only stuff that's really gonna like get me tight. Like, but I think somebody else was just recently saying something about like putting the ball in play or whatever, which hopefully they're working on the offseason in terms of the defense. But yeah, as long as they're not too pompous, as you would say, Tony, like I'll be okay. And it's like just fucking beat him. Like enough of this bullshit.
Yeah, no, you're right. Let's go Mets. Come on,
dude. Supposedly though, this domino should fall pretty soon. They're saying before the winter meetings. I think start on the 5th.
For Soto?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. I'm hearing a lot of different reports.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're hearing. Well, I'm sure you're hearing a lot of different reports also.
Again, we're talking reports, so I guess I'm not, because I couldn't get all like nervous and stuff, but it's like I've yet to see a report really be that credible.
Yeah, no, I mean, and then there's the contradicting reports as well, so it's just like,
no,
what
but
do you, like
the stuff that always like it's not even funny, honestly, because it's just pathetic. But you just like see the stuff about like highlighting who someone's following on Instagram. Oh, they just started following, and it's like, no, they were always following them, but we're digging and like Shohei's dog and the Blue Jays last year and stuff. Come on, that's got to piss you off, Tony. Stuff like that.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, people just got a lot of time on their hands, huh?
Yeah, but I would like this stove to start heating up.
Yeah, really, not so hot right now.
Yeah. I mean, are you anxious yourself? I mean, this is a big off season, I would think, right?
Yeah, dude. But I mean,
but you're not expecting Soto is what you're saying, even though you're hearing reports, but you have the look of that you're not expecting it, or you just trying to be like coy, like,
No, I definitely don't expect it.
Okay.
I really don't.
Leverage.
Yeah, come on. Like, leverage is right. And then also at the end of the day, I know that it takes a while for these moves to be made too. So
yeah,
I was honestly surprised to see Snell signed. Like,
yeah, but you know what it was? Like, it's like he got completely fucked last year. So he's like, I'm not messing around.
Total
this time.
opposite of what exactly, dude. Don't care. Like, and I would honestly like for him, for his career, I'd be interested to see like what he can do this year with like the proper off-season training, coming into spring training, having the contract already, and not coming in late. Because clearly, I mean, he's better pitcher out of him and Monty, in terms of those two pitchers that were kind of sitting around. So,
but like, any chance that it's a train wreck for you on that, like where performance, injury, like it just doesn't work out?
I would say there's maybe like a 30% chance it doesn't work out. Like it's for injury specifically.
Yeah. But it's interesting, though, because you think about it, it's like there was a very negative perception because of the way he had struggled, and all of a sudden, because he has a couple good months, throws a no-hitter, then it's like, oh, yeah, we'll give him $180 million. Like, we didn't want to give him $100 million last offseason, but now you're older, he's worth $180.
And I think it's because it's the Dodgers, too.
The Dodgers.
I mean, not for nothing.
The division game,
the divisional games, they have the money. And then on top of it, they, that's what they needed to improve upon was their pitching depth. So
it is kind of crazy just being at this point right now. Like for the Yankees, it's like it's either rejoice or it's the diner, dude.
Oh my goodness, where are you at though? Like, with this off season going into next, are you like let's fucking go? Like, where are you on Soto right now? Are you like, I know you're kind of playing it coy, but are you fully like where it doesn't matter? Like he's gonna stick with the Yankees?
I mean, I think so. No, that is what I'm thinking. Just because you're fucked if you don't not even on the field, but just like public narrative. Like Hal is gonna absolutely get crucified, and I just think he just is like so much. Wants to fight against that.
Right.
He waited to, I know it sounds ridiculous, but sell his World Series tickets for 15 years. He finally gets those, and he's going to let his World Series ticket go out the door and then become that team again. Like, I don't think he could live with that.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I think maybe he can live with that, but it's.
I don't know. No. But he's soft, so like to get dude, the booed off the field at your own field, dude. That's pretty bad.
That's
dude.
really
bad.
That
to Jeter to step in, like.
Yeah. No, I mean, I get that, but I mean, you're totally right. I mean, there is no There's no like alternative for him in this situation.
You know what it is? Because like unlike last year when they went to go trade for him, there's nobody like you can't even think of anybody that you could trade for.
No.
Like that's a star position player.
Not even a little bit close to him.
It's like, oh, you could get Garrett Crochet, which sure that would be exciting, but I was just talking to somebody about this yesterday. It's like, but offense, like people kind of hammer the pitching, but I don't know, man. It's like, see the Dodgers battered rotation, win the World Series in 5 games. Like it's like I don't think the Yankees pitching is that bad. Like I think they can get by with what they have and add possibly during the season if they need to.
Right.
But I just think it's about hitting, hit, win. I mean, it's that simple.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. I mean,
because you know what it is? Give me the team last couple of years that was crazy hitting, but didn't have the pitching, didn't win. It's like usually they're not hitting. They're not pitching.
no, that's true. That's not. You're not wrong there. Yeah, I mean, don't you wish though? Don't you want to add like bullpen pieces at the very least?
Bullpen, yeah. But starters, there's like, and I'm all for trading for the controllable starter, but I don't want to. Like Mark was just talking about this yesterday. It's like I don't want to give big money to Burns or to Max Fried, right?
You
like
know, Max Fried definitely not.
And even Burns, like I just feel like I'm not saying he's not good, but isn't he gonna get like almost $300 million? Like I don't know if he's that type of pitcher.
That's probably what he's gonna be calling for. Yeah, definitely.
Is Boris his agent?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
What's your take on Boris? Honestly,
I mean, not for nothing. I guess he's good. He's a good manager for the players. Like for the most part, I would say. You know, I mean, at the end of the day.
Scott really butchered
I mean, he obviously has his bad moments, as we're seeing. Scott Boris for Corbin Burns here.
$400 million?
No.
You know what's crazy? I saw. Take a guess. I don't know if you saw this, so you probably did, and you're gonna pretend that you didn't, like Dave Rothenberg would do.
Wow.
But where do you think Blake Snell's deal ranks in terms of left-handed starters all-time, like dollar amount, total contract? Did you see this or not?
No, I did not see this. I swear.
All time. What do you think?
All time for a left-handed pitcher?
Yeah, $182 million.
Like, it's in the top 10, like, highest contracts? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I'm just saying where do you think it ranks?
No, I don't know. 8 of all time?
Third. Isn't
Really?
that crazy?
That is crazy.
Because you think, lefties. Everyone, like, loves their lefties, but it's just Kershaw and Price.
Wow.
Higher than that. $200 million.
David Price, dude. Wow. Where's that guy?
Price, dude. Still collecting. Probably got some deferred contract money.
Oh, man. Would you have offered, like, Snell anything if you were the Yankees?
I don't know what it is. I don't like him. I feel like it's like, even though he shows he's really good, first of all, I just have this thing, too, that if he did come to the Yankees, his ERA would be 5.5 next year.
Yeah.
And then I just don't like you're giving all that money, and then it's like most of the time we're taking you out in the 5th inning. Mm-hmm. What are we doing?
You're not wrong. Plus, there's going to be an injury stint.
Like, I want a Garrett Cole, he's going 120 pitches in the postseason. That is what we need.
Did Dave, not pretend he didn't hear that stat and then guess it correctly?
There was some question I asked him, I think when I interviewed him once, but it's like I know he knew the answer. He's like, is it? I think I asked him like the last quarterback to the last Jet quarterback to beat the Patriots last year before they ultimately ended up beating them with Zach Wilson. But he completely sold it. And it's like, fuck him too. Just because I know I could stop him easily. But it's like,
really?
Yeah, and like we've heard about like the keyboards going in the background and stuff. It's like I could ask him some random like where to go to college, like somebody that's not that good. He's not gonna get it. Like he's not. Like it's like sure anybody can say that Peyton Manning went to Tennessee, but it's like, do you know where Tyrone Tracy's a Giant? Of course he's gonna know that. But do you know where Bam Knight went? Like, you know, do you know where I had to think about it actually. Nick Folk. You know, something like that. Rod Baronis.
You want to call in right now?
Prater. Matt Prater.
Call in right now. Call in now.
Yeah, it'll take an hour.
Yeah,
Call
it
him.
will take an hour.
Call him.
I also like he doesn't do the like. I mean, he'll probably do a way to go to college. But some guy tried to call in yesterday, to do like, oh, I got a stump question for you. And he wouldn't take it because it wasn't Wednesday, which is pretty interesting.
Did you hear him chiefing it about the whole like his family is celebrating Thanksgiving on Sunday, so he's not going because it's a football Sunday?
Really? No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, but it's like that. Doesn't that whole thing just get a little like, even if that is the case, it's actually true. It's like, how many times are you gonna say a story like that though? Like we get it,
Yeah.
dude.
I mean, it is kind of ridiculous, but also it is kind of ridiculous just to celebrate Thanksgiving on Sunday.
It is. No, it is.
Like,
I was saying that. I was talking to Josh B about this. Wait, what?
What do you mean? What? You're just talking.
No, I said I was talking to Josh
Josh
B
B
about
about
it, and I
this.
was expecting you.
I thought you were gonna like, oh, and then Josh said,
No, that it was ridiculous, and he was saying, "Well, like, so it is. You could watch it on TV, but Dave's different." Da da da.
Yeah.
You know.
yeah. I mean, his story though about not because the Giants were playing on Thanksgiving and he didn't even eat. He didn't even go to the dinner table. Had to go to Burger King after Thanksgiving to get food. Like that's kind of funny. Come on.
I mean, I guess I'm Daved out, honestly. I don't know.
You're just tight. If he was a Yankee fan, you'd be buddy.
Yeah, it's annoying. Enough with the Mets.
Oh
I just like, you know what I mean? It's like, or at least like if it could just be like you with the Mets, where it's just like a controlled thing. It's not like it could be objective. It's not annoying. You know what I mean? It's like that's the problem. and then the worst is like, and I feel like Red Sox fans are the same too. Like, you know, the Mets win a game against the Yankees or something, and like the whole like, Jeb, hey, you see that ball game last night? Like, it's like, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, I just like, no. Like, I didn't see it. How about that? I didn't see it. What are you talking about? What's Michael saying?
Oh God.
Let's go.
He says, "Let's go, goats." He says, "Enough said." And then he says, "Defense was an issue also in terms of the Yankees. Too many errors, Brian." And he's not wrong. I mean, that was the scouting report as well that we learned about after the fact for the Dodgers. Put the ball in play, they'll make the mistakes, and they did exactly that. So, improving your defense obviously is also something that's important. I don't know, dude. I mean, where do you think is the most is the position that needs the most improvement defensively on the field? You think? Catcher?
First base.
First base?
Rizzo,
Yeah,
that was
makes
pretty
sense.
bad,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
And then obviously the play with Cole, like,
Yep.
haha, the memes, dude, the memes, right? Like, that was sick, right? No, but it's just like, dude, I just hate these, like, I just, the micromanaging, Tony. Like, I'm going to just generalize it, hate it. Tommy's Daved out, though. How about that? That's why Tommy's our guy right there. No?
No, I mean, me personally, I'm not Daved out. If you want to be Daved out, that's totally fine. Sometimes I could not listen to the show, I suppose, but I got no quarrels here.
Yeah.
What do you want?
Yeah, but you're bad, so that's why.
I mean, even if he's a Yankee fan, though, I'm not gonna be. Yeah,
but at least you have that, Tony. You could go turn on, and you know what I mean? You have someone like that's just in your corner and not like it's not always a constant slight. It's not like we're only going to bring it up if it's something bad. Like you don't have that. You don't know how annoying that is, though, to have to listen to that crap. Okay?
I think that's pretty out of pocket to say a statement like that, Brian. That
No,
I don't know what it's like as a Met fan to listen to a radio show that's slighted against the Mets.
But for some reason, like I said, it's like there's no I don't want to hear it about Michael Kay. No one listens to that show. That's why it's going off the air, Tony. Okay?
Do you really think it is?
Oh, I mean, no, I think Michael's negotiating, honestly.
Yeah, I
but
think
also
Michael
it's
is too.
it kind of it's played out. Like it should go off the air. But you know what I mean? And that's in the afternoon. Like I want to listen during the day. That's not just the Mets.
If you could choose one show to go off, would it be Dave or Michael Kay?
Michael Kay, definitely.
Okay.
It's I'm tight, but I'm not that tight, dude. Dude, especially with PETA, dude. It's just enough. It's just the wives.
The wives, dude.
Right?
No, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Sometimes, Peter, you can't do it.
But I think that's a good. Jesus Christ. I think that's a good start, Tony. If we could just go though to the world of the National Football League.
He wants Jefferson, climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson, the catch of his life.
Burrow fires, intercepted. picked off and a pick six. Minka Fitzpatrick, an absolute ball hawk.
Niners twist up front and get to Tagovailoa. Bosa again. Mahomes escaping on the move, stops, spins, flips it forward for the touchdown.
Stop it.
Aaron Jones. Oh, what a tackle! Quincy Williams with a pile driver.
All right. Happy Thanksgiving around the NFL. We can get right into it. We have plenty of games here to talk about. Brian just stepped out, but I mean, who needs him? Am I right, dude? I mean, just like him and Dave Rothenberg. He's my Dave Rothenberg. I'm all Brian'd out. No, I'm just kidding here. But we have, quite a few games here on Thanksgiving, and I absolutely, not gonna lie, have always enjoyed the Thanksgiving slate of football games. Because it really is, for me at least anyway, and I'm sure for most other people around the country here, we're together. We're all in the house. The TV's on. It's football. Sorry, I'm getting freaking agita. It's fucking hot in here, too, dude. I'm taking my vest off. All right? It's ridiculous how fucking hot it is in here. 3 games, separate times, concentrated, dude. That's why I always enjoy Thanksgiving, like I was saying, for football, because it's, it's the 12:30 game, the 4:30 game, the 8:20 game. Yeah, the late night game. We got 3 games on this slate. We have Bears-Lions starting off at noon 30. At 4:30, we have Giants and the Boys, which is pretty interesting. I mean, I suppose they're 2 bad teams, so it could be a close game. And then 8:20, we have Dolphins-Packers, which I guess is going to be the most competitive and interesting game here. I mean, I would imagine that the Bears, maybe first half they're showing up against the Lions, and I think Montgomery could be a little bit injured. Let's see what Montgomery's status is here. Montgomery questionable. I know he left last week's game. With a shoulder injury. Limited participant in Tuesday's walkthrough practice. So I guess he'll be we'll see if he's playing or not.
But
even so, you think he's playing?
Because it's the Lions, it's Dan Campbell. It's like we're all jacked up. Like we're just gonna run the ball down your throat.
Yeah, but you don't think any chance? Like we have Gibbs. It's the Bears. We're 10-1.
But it's Campbell. He doesn't want to take the foot off the pedal, which probably makes him a really good coach, no?
Yeah, I guess so. But, also want to be careful of Montgomery's shoulder, right?
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like it's that serious.
Is it hot in here to you?
A little bit, yeah.
It was serious enough from the leave last week's game, right?
Yeah, but I'm saying, we've had a couple days off.
Or was it Jackson? No, it was last week. Yeah, it was against Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you're really questioning it? Especially it was a limited participant?
Limited participant. A walkthrough. So that means he, walk through some stuff.
And the fact that Campbell said he feels good about him playing, he's playing. Just because it's Campbell, I'm telling you.
All right, dude. Limited touches, you think?
But I feel like he doesn't get Gibbs gets more.
I would say, Gibbs got more this year, but sometimes, the pendulum, sways the other way.
But also, as Doggy would say, it is the Bears.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is like a 10-12 carry game for Montgomery. Maybe a touchdown or 2. Right?
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Hopefully, my fans team depends on it, so. That reminds me, I gotta look at my team, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Watch out, dude.
It's kind of crazy that, tomorrow.
Yep. And can't be distracted. Turkey, nope. Stay focused.
Yeah.
Fantasy. Let's go. How are you doing in fantasy, by the way?
I did win last week, but it's like, so of all the 5 teams we have,
this one's the worst?
No. It's actually one of the best.
Oh, there we go.
Sadly. But I have 2 5-7s, 1 6-6, 1 3-9, and 1 1-11. It's like about the gauntlet. But first place, DNR Basketball League. What's up?
Oh, you're in first?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
I've seen you guys have made some strides after that tough start.
Yeah, last few weeks we've been winning. We're now in 6th, and we were in 12th. So
yeah,
let's go.
Like
dude.
You've won every week, the past few.
Exactly. Yeah. But right now I'm versing the counter. Who's the counter? He's in second place.
He's in second. I just beat him last week.
Really? It's Blake. I don't know who Blake is, but
Blake Snell.
Perhaps Blake Snell. Just get that new contract. So
Josh B, ESPN,
Tyler Hero, Tyrese Halliburton. He has Valanciunas, Adebayo. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a bonus.
You know what's kind of exciting?
What is?
You know, obviously it's Thanksgiving slate. I mean, Bears Lions, like maybe the division game. Wait, what the fuck was that?
That was a turkey gobbling.
What is that? That a new drop like you just added today? Like
For
it's
Thanksgiving.
Like,
Yeah.
like how you're just like trying to play it off like that was a really weird soundbite that I've never heard before, and then you're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Yeah, well, isn't it obvious? Like, it's a fucking gobble gobble. It's Thanksgiving tomorrow.
All the shows, you know, we're heading towards 1,000, Tony. We haven't heard one gobble gobble, then you just play it, and you expect me to be like, oh yeah. Like,
Yeah, Thanksgiving makes sense. Yep.
was that on Binge Buddies last night or not?
No. I was like, I just got like a ripped off
Like this
sound
morning, like you're like, oh, like let's throw them off with this.
Yeah, gobble on the turkey, dude.
All right,
Like,
all right.
You don't like it?
I mean, it's a little ear piercing, no?
Oh yeah, it bothers you. Do you want me to lower it?
I thought it was jack it up, dude. Right? What I was getting at though, we have these 3 games. Bears Lions might be okay. Giants Cowboys probably terrible. But Dolphins Packers, they're saying in the teens, Tony.
Wow, really?
So I really hope we get some snow. I actually want to look up the weather forecast. Right now, it's 27 in Green Bay.
That's awesome, dude. Don't you wish you were there, right? You know?
It's crazy that it was almost a year ago.
That would be oh my god, that'd be such a sick game to go to. Thanksgiving, the turkey,
I'm
the
telling you,
box, the heater.
No, the drinking.
The
for you.
drinking.
The drinking for you.
That's so
just
cool, dude.
Rain overnight tonight, so no rain during the game, and they lied. The forecast for this game, it's like literally going to be like in the 30s.
Yeah, it's an AccuWeather right here. ESPN game time weather says 27 degrees, cloudy.
But I guess for the Dolphins, I mean that is cold. But
Yeah. I mean, that still is cold. It could snow at 27 degrees.
it's not supposed to. But I would love to see it. Oh,
I'd
the
love to
snow
see it,
game
too.
last week was just amazing.
So freaking cool, dude.
But what would you say? Like, is it like you think that you're excited for that game, and then the other games, is it like, or it's the Lions? It's a division game. You want to see it or not?
Well, I was saying, I mean, I would say, yeah, the Packers game is probably my number 1, but nonetheless, I think what I love about the Thanksgiving Day slate is that it's 3 games like separated over the course of the whole day. So
Right.
it's
There's
like,
no intertwine.
so you're dialed in on every game, and not for nothing. Like, yes, I'm stoked to see the Lions play, regardless of who they're playing. And then Cowboys Giants should be still good, right? I mean, it's gonna
should with the backup quarterbacks.
well, it's gonna be competitive. It's gonna be a close game, right? Like,
the
there's-
McCarthy contract
like,
extension.
Yeah, like, no one's gonna be like outrightly like dominating. It's not gonna be 30-0 at halftime, and it's gonna be a blowout like the Giants had last week. Like, it should be somewhat of a close game. It's a rivalry. It's Dallas. It's New York. The
Giants though, just like
yeah, but there's still juice around the game a little bit.
is
I know,
there?
well, like what I just said, like nothing was really resonating.
But it's more like how hammered you need to be to watch this game. Nah, I mean, it's like, yeah, there's still CD Lamb and Cooper Rush actually, like we said, isn't terrible.
Tommy
is tight, I think, right? Surprised Daniel Jones hasn't signed his contract yet, by the way. Cleared waivers and everything.
who's he? Where?
I mean, I'm saying there's multiple teams looking for him. I don't know if it's like he's thinking about walking back what he says and he wants to start for the Raiders, maybe?
I don't know. You see the Jets are interested? I saw Jets were looking at him.
One of the teams?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
They were I was listening to Boomer and Gio this morning. They were talking about like just the whole like next GM, coach, Rodgers comments, and how they were saying anytime, which I was just cracking up about. Like, I always knew it, but I feel like it's just so magnified, like just what a chief Rodgers is. Like that they're saying that like there's never been like one negative report where he doesn't just like attack whoever said it and say that it's not true. Because like Diana Rossini said the thing about how he doesn't want to play for the Jets, and how he never said that, and it's not a credible source, and
He really is a fucking prick, huh?
yeah. And I think no one wants him too, which probably hurts him inside, right?
Yeah, I hope he is hurting inside. Okay? How about that?
But like, what do you think? Like, do you think he's gonna play the season out or no? Everyone's talking about IR and like all this stuff. Or you think he doesn't go IR just because someone reported it, so he wants to make sure that they're wrong, so he's just gonna play the whole season out just because of that?
I mean, I guess I'd be a little surprised. I mean, I would play him regard. Like, why wouldn't you just play him anyway? He's not hurt. Is he actually hurt?
No, that's what everyone's saying. Everybody's saying that though.
He should just fucking retire, dude.
No, he should.
Like, honestly.
Do you think he can't handle the heat and he should get out of the kitchen, baby?
I think so. As Michael Vivo says, get out of the kitchen, baby.
Who is that in reference to, you think? Dave?
I think so.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
With like the trivia questions? Where'd he go to college?
But then maybe because it's like physically hot in here. Like the heat's not even on. Like, aren't you sweating over there?
Dude, like not as much as you, dude.
Like, I feel like I'm sweating through the shirt right now, dude.
But I think it's because you're nervous because Michael Bucca is in our presence.
Yes. How come the very early start,
didn't
dude?
get the memo.
Well, listen, Michael. If you listened and were dialed into the show yesterday, instead of looking up photos of Disneyland, you would have heard 7 a.m. start because we have a later show today, 11 a.m. down the rabbit hole. Move some things around. Special guest, Thanksgiving, special schedule. So there you go.
Yeah.
Bang.
Exactly. He wants to know what our plans are for Thanksgiving. You start. Go. Start with today. I want the full like weekend synopsis because I know like your mother must have like a full weekend plan.
Yeah, no, yeah, but I'm coming back Saturday, so
okay,
it's
gotcha.
not. Yeah, so
abbreviated.
Yeah, abbreviated. I'm working a UConn basketball game.
Wow.
Hartford, 7 p.m. Saturday night. Camera operator. So
Who are they playing?
I can tell you.
They need to win, by the way. Back-to-back losses. You're so riled, dude. Like,
I honestly, dude,
I can't believe you're gonna go to that game and root against them, Tony.
No, I don't even know if it's men's, to be honest,
you're
or
going to
not.
women's? Okay.
It's Maryland Eastern Shore versus UConn. Let's look this up,
I
dude.
feel like
What even is that, dude?
a shit school,
Right?
But I feel like it's women's. No, it is men's.
Wow, it's men's. So like, what even? Yeah,
7
what?
o'clock.
Like, what? Who is Maryland Eastern Shore Hawks? They're 0-7 on the road, 2-7 record right now. UConn obviously undefeated at home. Do they normally? They don't normally play obviously at the XL Center. Why are they playing there?
No, they do. It's
Really?
split. Yeah. It's
What do you
like
mean split? Like,
They split half the games at Gamble, half the games at XL.
is that? Do you think just like a scheduling thing?
No, they just have always done that.
Oh,
It's basically like they want to have like
'Cause-
that on-campus thing, but then it's like they want to go to the XL because they
Yeah.
can fit more people.
but then it's like nobody goes to stores. You're in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, but no, those games are always like it's like really tough to get a seat because
What's the capacity over there? You know?
for some reason I feel like it's like Gamble is like 12 and then the XL is like 17 or something, but I could be way off of that.
16-3.
Wow, not
Okay.
bad. Let's see what Gamble is.
Gamble.
Gamble Pavilion. Yep, right there. What we got? Wow, I mean, pretty
Ooh.
close.
Pretty close, dude. 11,000. So roughly 6,000 ish difference.
So how does this camera stuff, like when Michael last weekend, is that through like Sacred Heart? Is there like some like camera networking type of thing, like Tinder kind of?
Yeah, exactly. It's an app where you swipe left to right on
For a cameraman?
Yeah.
Thorn, dude?
Thorn,
Is
dude.
it really Thorn?
No, I mean, I'm not exactly sure how originally Michael was introduced to that crew. But yeah, it's typically how it is. Like someone recommends you to a crew because all these games they normally crew the same people.
Yeah.
For the most part, have the same list of people they ask. And it's just like, if this camera operator can't do it because it's, Thanksgiving weekend, it's like next man up on the list.
Oh, okay. So it's like they have their normal cameramen, but then like if they need people, they'll go pull them from different universities or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or, they'll ask around, obviously Thorn in the business. Hey, Thorn, you got anybody? Yes, this is who I know.
How are
What's
those
the deal?
Bethpage tickets looking?
Yeah, right, dude. I don't know. I can ask, we'll see what happens. But, I mean, I would say no promises, dude.
I got it from Thorn to Ross Mobile Productions, whom ESPN hired circa 2019. So a very detailed, thorough explanation from Michael.
You know what they say, dude? All roads lead back to Thorn, dude.
What's the deal? Is he still living here, or wasn't he moving, or what?
I mean, I'm not one to really disclose his personal affairs, but he's affairs. He is from, well, not from, but he's in Arizona right now, based out of.
Oh, okay, but so he hasn't been back here in a while.
He should be back here right now. His
for
feet should be
Thanksgiving?
within Fairfield County.
But he's in Arizona.
Class tonight. Yeah, he travels back and forth.
In Scottsdale.
Outside of Scottsdale? Yeah. I don't think he's in like a major city. He's outside of a major city.
Scottsdale this time of year, though. I
yeah,
think
no,
even though
he
you're
really
very
likes
like,
it,
I
dude.
want the cold, but I think because of your newfound love this year for golf, you would be like, I think you right now for like, next week we're going to Scottsdale, 3-night stay, couple courses, TVC Scottsdale. You would have like you're sitting in the 100 section at MSG for the Rangers face on when they're playing well.
I mean, yeah, obviously, dude.
This
I mean,
is
what?
sick,
like, why
dude.
wouldn't I? What? Yeah, a trip. Like, let's
You know what
fucking
I'm saying?
go,
But you
dude.
could like let the cold go for a couple days.
I mean, I don't know, dude. I have to like, as long as we have AC, because I can't believe how much I'm sweating right now.
Yeah,
dude.
but see, I always talk about this, and Pooch always makes fun of me, like, dude, like, you okay? Because it's like they're freezing in the basement, and I'm like sweating because I tell them, like, it's like, if I go upstairs, go back downstairs, go outside, it's like that just completely throws me off. Like, if I'm doing that, then when I sit down, I need some air pump.
Yeah, exactly. No, I totally agree, dude.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Scottsdale is where it's at. You're tight, though.
No, I'd love to go. Let's go.
I mean, Thorne's not going to have us out. Like, the Waste Management, he can't pull some tickets for that.
Ooh,
Imagine how sick that would be, dude.
that would be awesome. Yeah, I can ask. We gotta get out there though.
Like, I think, like, it almost just, like, from not a cool, but just from a fun perspective, like, that would almost be more fun than going to Augusta. Just because Augusta is very, like...
Yeah, buttoned up. The patrons.
Yeah, but, like,
yeah.
TVC Scottsdale...
Don't touch anything.
The drinking.
The drinking, dude. The beers.
The running at 4 a.m.
Oh my god, that's so sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, though, I was just thinking about this, too. I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place here.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I'm hoping that you, like... I feel like you're going to start getting more into college basketball from this camera experience.
Really, dude?
Because it's UConn. I know they just lost to Colorado and Memphis back-to-back days. 0-2 in Maui. Yes, was watching that yesterday.
Yikes, dude. And those are their two losses in the
11-point
year so
lead.
far. Well, you
Yep.
start the year off 4-0, but who do you play? You play UNH. Who the hell is LEM?
No, but I'm thinking about this. I could see you being like, after, even if they win by like 30, you're just like, dude, the team they were playing, they're not that good. UConn's not that good. They're not that good.
Really?
I can see you saying that. No?
UConn's not that good? I don't know, dude. Maybe. I mean, we'll see, dude.
Bernie says, morning, boys. Tony hit the button. Let's go. Have a great Thanksgiving. I'm not going to lie, until you actually hit the button, I
Yeah.
was like, kind of like not sure what he meant, but that's hilarious.
I wasn't sure if you thought maybe that button or this one. Maybe that button is what he meant.
This was, I feel like you had like a meeting with Michael, like cracking up how he would react to the gobble.
I really did.
And Michael Butka, that is.
Oh, my
Our
God.
producer. Who asked, what are my
Yeah,
plans
what
for
are your
Thanksgiving?
plans now,
A
dude?
split effort, Michael. I'm going to be at my parents' house as well as Sam's house. And then I think I mentioned this to you that, my niece is having her first birthday party on Saturday. So
That's nice.
yeah, so see some family, some good food.
You should take her to the UConn basketball game.
Yeah, that should be a close one against Maryland Eastern Shores, right?
Sure. Like, what?
And then Bernie getting a good chuckle. You got it right, Tony L. Good to hear from Bernie.
It is.
Feels like it's been a minute.
Yeah, it has been a minute, dude. I'm glad he's doing well.
Yeah.
Even though we didn't ask him if he's doing well, we don't really know if he's doing well. But let's
He's-
assume he's doing well.
Yes. And Michael says,
Nice,
dude.
dude.
Nice.
What are you doing, Michael? Come on,
yeah,
divulge
let's hear
your
it.
plans.
California, the dreaming of Disneyland,
A deep
thrown
fried turkey,
around in the
maybe.
roller coaster,
Oh.
all of that. Where do my parents live? And your 1-year-old niece. Is it 30 questions? Monroe, Michael, but we shouldn't disclose personal things like Thorne
Yeah, that's right, dude.
Thorn, dude?
Thorn, dude? Where does he live?
and the 1-year-old niece. I've mentioned this before, but it's Cary, North Carolina. What did Michael say?
Michael Theophil? Bernie knows Down the Rabbit Hole is coming, so he's jacked up for later on. That's right,
Yes, he does. He
11
is
a.m.
jacked. And it's good to hear, like I said, good to hear from Bernie.
dude. It's great to
been
hear
a
from
minute.
Bernie. Great guy.
Tony, I know you're a little tired, but do you think like you have it in you, like the super frenzy?
The
like,
super one?
Yeah.
The super one. Yeah,
super
absolutely,
one.
dude.
And it's like, is TCA just forfeiting picks at this point? Like, just be, where are you, corporate Wednesday? It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we didn't really talk about it, though, huh?
Yeah, but I guess it's one of those things, they go first, so we could just
Right.
do the picks whatever. But I feel like they're like literally like if
Over
we
it?
didn't know, like if we didn't ask Josh, like I feel like you're just the flag is up, it seems like.
I know. And haven't heard from Kev Do in a little while either, dude.
Jeez, dude. No, but you know what is typical Kev Do? Like we haven't heard from him from a while. But if like, he wins the Soto sweepstakes, we'll hear from him, dude.
Oh my God, absolutely, dude.
But I don't think we have to worry about that, honestly.
No, I don't think so either, dude.
And then Michael Butka is sorry. I accept your apology, Michael. But yeah, so we'll figure out the picks later. But let's do, Tony, the Super Week 13 NFL Frenzy.
No, wait. There it is,
knew you were
dude.
doing
Come
that.
on,
I
man.
knew it.
How do you not? How do you not, dude? It's Thanksgiving weekend here. And you could say a Thanksgiving week here for the National Football League, dude. Let's get started off. Where are we? We're going to start off 12:30, noon 30 CBS. Is that too early for you? No, it's not, dude. We're up early Thanksgiving, getting the bird ready. Let's freaking go. Speaking of that, Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. The Lions are taking on the Bears, Brian. Of course, we know who's favored here. We can take a guess. Chicago plus 10 on this spread. Over under is 48.5. The Lions, of course, have been absolutely killing it here. You'll get the tale of two teams. Bears 0-4 on the road here. Montgomery gonna be playing, running the ball down the Bears' throat. Do the Lions cover the 10 points?
Yeah. I mean, it's the Lions, and it's tough because I just feel like the Lions are due to lose, the Bears are due to win. But it's the Lions. It's Dan Campbell.
It's not gonna happen.
He's jacked up, Tony. He's running the ball. And I know you're concerned about David Montgomery's injury, but worry no longer. This could be the get fired Matt Eberflus game because I think the Lions are about to embarrass a really good defense, but an incompetent head coach. 300 yards on the ground. 150 apiece for Montgomery and Gibbs. I know that sounds a little crazy. I understand, Tony, but right down the teeth of this defense. And I think the Lions beat the Bears 28-7. So it's the Lions and it's the under, and the water jugs are full, and the turdumpton is roaring and ready to go.
The divisional game, dude. Let's freaking go. Next game here, 4:30 p.m. FOX, Brian, AT&T Stadium, Texas. The Cowboys taking on the Giants. Obviously, two teams. What are they playing for? Who knows? Cowboys still winless at home this season, which is pretty crazy considering what they were doing last year at home. The Giants at 2-9 here, obviously looking for the losses as their fan base are clamoring for their plus 3.5 here on the spread. So a tight spread. Vegas expecting a competition. Over under 37.5. The Giants coming off of, they're on a 6-game losing streak right now. Just lost to Tampa. The landslide, the run, the boys edging out the Commanders. I mean, are they playing to win, the Cowboys?
Yeah. Cooper Rush is playing for his next contract, a new team, a starting opportunity. And I have to say, for as a disaster as the Cowboys have been, and the emphatic win last week, the divisional game with Washington, I think they handily win this game. They get their first win of the season, and I know, everyone was having a chuckle about Jarrett talking about McCarthy's contract extension. But listen, I mean, you win here. I'm just saying, very unlikely. Who's really talking about it? I'm talking about it. There is somewhat of a possibility of the run, Tony. So just keep that in mind. But DeVito, he's banged up. I wouldn't be surprised if he leave this game with an injury. They go to Drew Lock. And I think as the days go down, as we get closer to the start of a new year, it will be the end of the Dave O'Shane regime in New York. But I think the Cowboys take this one handily, 17-6. So we're gonna go Cowboys and the under.
Let's go now. Last game, final game, Thanksgiving, 8:20 p.m. Maybe you're full of turkey, stuffed out with the stuffing, maybe a little buzz going on, sitting down for a nice slice of pecan pie, Brian. You'll also be sitting down watching Lambeau Field, the Packers take on the Dolphins, and what is probably the best matchup here. Two teams clamoring, playing for the wild card spot here out of their respective divisions and conferences here. Green Bay at home, obviously they'll be favored at -3.5. Here in the spread, over-under is 46.5, dude. You want to sprinkle some money on the Dolphins money line +150. Could be some nice value there because the Dolphins have been playing really well. Tua locked in 3-game win streak. You could say, well, maybe not so good teams. The Packers, dude. 2-game win streak right now, doing pretty well. They have what it takes to stop the offense of the Dolphins.
The thing is, we've talked about it too. Last 2 games, 7 touchdowns, no picks. If this game was in Miami, I feel like I would like to take the Dolphins, but I just don't. And I know it wasn't like they got embarrassed, but you think about that playoff game against the Chiefs last year in the cold, the frozen mustache, the frozen beer. We understand it. I just don't think they're a cold weather team, and that's the only reason why I don't think this is going to be their game. And I hate to be repetitive. How many straight favorites am I going to take? But I think the Packers will win this game.
Ooh.
I'm going to say 28-17. So once again, it's the Packers covering, and it's the under.
There you go, right there, man. The turkey has been basted. Moving on from the turducken, dude, has been basted. Moving on now from the Thursday Thanksgiving Day activity. We have a Friday game matchup here, which is a nice little buffer in between Thursday and Sunday. One game, 3 p.m. Of course, we're going to Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs, 10-1, undefeated, obviously, at home here. And they're playing the Raiders, dude, who are anything but the Chiefs at 2-9, 1-5 on the road. Kansas City -12, dude. The big spread, we know what that means. Total is 42.5. Kansas City on the money line, -900 if you're looking for some no value there. Of course, the Chiefs, say what you will, winning the games, keeping it close against Carolina, whatever, dude. Obviously, are they winning? Are they covering the spread? Brian, what do you got?
No, the streak is over. Not the Chiefs covering, not covering, that is. But the favorites, the Chiefs are winning. But once again, Tony, they're not covering. As
big
bad
number.
as this Raiders team is, so are the Panthers. What happened last week, we know. Minshew out for the year. Is it going to be Aiden O'Connell? Is it going to be Desmond Ridder? Does it really matter? The Chiefs, we talked about it yesterday, playing down to the competition. So I think they're going to win this game. I'm going to say 31-21. So it's going to be the Chiefs not covering, but winning, and the over.
No cover, great call there. We know what the history is. Let's now move on. We're on the Sunday slate, Brian. This thing is just zooming through this frenzy here. We're going classic 1 p.m. CBS. We're going to Atlanta, Georgia, as the Falcons are taking on the Chargers here. Of course, both teams playing for a lot. Falcons playing for the division, Chargers playing for the division, wild card, that is. And then, of course, here, Atlanta, looks like they're +2.5, which is pretty interesting. Total set at 47.5, Brian. We know the Chargers, tough loss. Baltimore looks pretty good, though. Have to find a way to stop some better defense, perhaps. Falcons on the back-to-back losses, the back-to-back no good teams. Lost to the Saints, lost to the Broncos emphatically. Do the Chargers also take care of business here and keep their playoff hopes alive, Brian?
Yes, and as the weeks go on, the Falcons' playoff hopes get a little dimmer and dimmer. And what does that set up?
The
Baker run, dude.
Let's go, dude.
That's what it's about. But Chargers, far better team. Do they turn to Penix soon? The Falcons, who knows? For now, they have Cousins. But I think I could see like Spiro Ditas calling this game, and he's just like, and there goes Cousins. He's sacked, and it's a fumble. We were cracking up about him. I was mentioning it to Benny last week. We were watching the games. How dramatic Spiro Ditas is. But anyway. I think the Chargers, we'll see about the Dobbins injury. That is big, but they can throw against this Falcons defense as well. So I think Herbert carries them. They go to Edwards. They go to Haskins in the run game while Dobbins is out. And I think they will take out the Falcons here. I'm going to say 28-14. So the Chargers and the under.
Love that call there. Let's go Chargers. The Harbaugh, dude. All right, let's go.
Harbaugh.
Next game here, CBS 1 o'clock. We're going to Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Steelers in this AFC North matchup. The divisions, dude. The Bengals here 4-7. The Steelers 8-3. Pretty interesting matchup here. Vegas here has Cincinnati -3, over under 46.5. The Bengals -150 on the money line. They are favored in here, so we get some value out of the Steelers. Of course, Steelers just lost to Cleveland. The snow, what are we going to do? Couldn't handle it. The red zone. The Bengals, though, back-to-back losses. Baltimore, the Chargers. They're having somewhat of a disappointing season. Very interesting here. Joe Burrow has probably one of the best stats as a quarterback in the league. Jamar Chase also has some of the best stats in terms of receiving yards in the league as well. But the Bengals at 4-7, are they upsetting the Steelers divisional game here?
Well, technically they're not because they're the favorite. So the Steelers are upsetting them if they win, and I think they will. And I'm just curious, post game, there's going to be some reference to the guarantee. And normally I would say, the Bengals, the offense too much for the Steelers, but I've learned my lesson all season long, waiting for the Bengals to find that consistency, their run, Tony, but there is no run. That's the problem. So I think the Steelers defense stymies them, and I think this is a Chris Boswell special. For the second time this year, a 6 field goal game for Mr. Boswell as the Steelers beat the Bengals 18-10. Steelers and the under.
Nice. Next game here, we're going 1 o'clock now. Minnesota, the Vikings are taking on the Arizona Cardinals, Brian. Arizona's coming in here at +150 on the money line. They're +3.5 on the spread. Over under is 45.5, which is pretty interesting here. Cardinals, of course, start out quite a few losses. They go on like a 5-game win streak. 6-5 here after the loss to Seattle, which finally broke their win streak here. Of course, the Vikings, 9-2, has been a dominant force here. We know the usual suspects there. But I don't know, the Cards coming in here, playing for their division here. Maybe a little bounce back after the Seattle loss?
Yeah, I know. It's interesting. You say don't count on the Cardinals, but you count on the Vikings. Maybe a fraudulent 9-2 Sam Darnold, Tony. But yeah, I feel like this is a Kevin Kugler game, and I can just see him. Marvin Harrison Jr. for the touchdown. Yes, I think the Cardinals bounce back. They beat the Vikings. I think Jimmy Connor, $125, 2 scores. Murray has a rushing touchdown as well. And the Cards beat the Vikings. I'm going to say 24-17. So it's the Cardinals and the under.
Absolutely great matchup there. Another great matchup here, 1 p.m. CBS. The Patriots at home. Foxborough taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Perhaps a chance for Anthony Richardson to prove himself as a viable NFL quarterback, because right now the Colts are losers of 4 of the last 5 games. Got pounced on by the Lions last week. The Patriots on the other end working on back-to-back losses themselves, showing some signs of life. Drake May, but they are 3-9 here, and they are the underdogs at +125, +2.5 here on the spread. What do you say happens December 1st, Foxborough? What do you got?
I have to say I am not confident in this one, because there isn't part of me that could see Drake May having a good game, Patriots win an ugly game. But I'm going to just say the Colts, better team, better coach, maybe not a better quarterback, but better everything else. And I think lean on Jonathan Taylor. So I think they run the ball effectively, win an ugly one in Foxborough. I'm going to say 13-6. So the Colts in the under. A week of unders, Tony.
Absolutely love that. Everyone's fattened up from Thanksgiving, maybe a little bit slow there. A few unders will do you there. So let's go now. Next game, still 1 p.m. Seattle taking on the New York Jets. Jets coming off the bye. Seattle, very interesting here. You know, a couple weeks ago, we see them having back-to-back losses against Buffalo, against LA. They're thinking, you know what, man, maybe Seattle, maybe they're donezo, but then the back-to-back wins, San Francisco, and then against the Cardinals makes them obviously the head here of the NFC West. You're kind of thinking, and then here coming into the Jets here, they are -2 in the spread. Seattle, that is. Over-under is 41.5. Of course, the Jets shambles, loses a 4 out of 5 here, 3-8. What's going to happen next year? Is Rodgers even playing? Does Pat McAfee know anything about Rodgers? Who knows? What do you know, Brian?
You stole my Pat McAfee line. I was going to mention that. Get you tight. The Geno tribute video, possibly. Just kidding.
Break your jaw.
Seahawks, though, leading the division. While this isn't a division game, I think this is a game that Seattle's going to win. I mean, the Jets just need a restart. The players aren't trying. They want to get to the offseason. Geno, though, is jacked. Best quarterback in the division, supposedly. But yeah, I think they embarrass the Jets at home. And, Woody Johnson continues to spiral, continues to go crazy as the Seahawks beat the Jets 31-10. So just on the under with the Seahawks and the -2.
Rodgers is tight, dude. Let's go next game. Speaking of tight, the Washington Commies at home are hosting the Tennessee Titans. Commanders at 7-5 here. Looking to bounce back after 3 straight losses. And then that tough one to Dallas last week. What was happening there? And the Titans getting some momentum, beating Houston last week 32-27. Right now, Tennessee plus 5.5 on the spread. 44.5 is your total. On the money line, which could show some value for the Titans right now, plus 210. Slight, obviously, significant dogs here. But are the Commies coming out here with a vengeance, dude?
Yes. It's their time, Tony. You know, Eckler injury aside, and I think Brian Robinson, is he healthy? It doesn't matter. Because I just think that this Washington team, while they are on a 3-game losing streak, is better than that and better than the Titans. And I think they focus on Tony Pollard, keeping him in check. Jaden Daniels, maybe the best game he's had in a month. I think the Commanders are going to win this game 38-14. So it's going to be the Commanders, and it's going to be the over.
Love that call there. Daniels, decisive victory. Let's freaking go. And an over, Brian. Look at that. Speaking of over, the Jaguars, whose season is seemingly over at 2-9, are hosting the Houston Texans. Also another team that should be coming back here with a vengeance. Texans 7-5. Seems like the division is in their grasp, but they're looking for more than just that. Houston -5 on the spread. Total is 43.5 here for them. They're coming off their loss to who? The Titans. Disappointing loss. A lot of questions for CJ Stroud. Can he handle it when he plays these bigger teams in a big postseason spot? And I said the Jaguars, too. The 4-game losing streak right now. The season's over. What's going to happen with them? Texans winning the cover?
Have to. Just like the Commanders, same scenario, Tony.
Yep.
The get-right spot, the battered team. Doug Peterson, dead man walking. You know the deal. So I think we finally get the Stroud crazy game in a division game, interestingly enough. But I'm going to say, how about this? The Texans from last season are back. Joe Mixon, 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. Stroud, 350 through the air, 3 touchdowns, 42-7. Doug Peterson can't postgame.
Wow, dude. Speaking of canned.
That would be the over?
What was your final score?
42-7.
42-7? Yeah.
There we go.
The over, dude. Speaking of over, dude, with a total of 49.5, this game may be high scoring here as the Saints are taking on the LA Rams, Brian. Of course, the Rams battling for the division there in the NFC West. And the Saints, I don't know, just battling to stay relevant, I suppose, here at 3-3 at home. Pretty interesting. They're plus 2.5 here on the spread. 49.5, I mentioned, is the money line, is the over-under. The Saints are working on back-to-back wins, beating Atlanta, beating Cleveland, which is surprising for them. And the Rams, I don't know, man. Winners of 3 out of 5, losers of 2 out of 3, though. Some of the losses, you're just thinking, like, do they even have it? So how do you see this playing out here at the Caesars Superdome, Brian?
There's been a lot of talks about the run, but what about the Riz, Tony? Taysom Hill starring pre-bye week, starring post-bye week. I'm going to say 2 touchdowns in this one. They get Kamara going. Rams lose a heartbreaker to the Saints. Blake Grupe from 56.
Wow.
For the win. Saints 20-17. Saints in the under.
And that matchup started our 4 o'clock time slot. Let's continue that 4 o'clock time slot. FOX, we're going to Charlotte, North Carolina. The Panthers are taking on the Bucks, Brian, okay, who are about to go on the run. Coming in here, the Bucks are -6 in the spread. 46.5 is your total. They're -250 on the money line. We know about the matchup. This is what it is. The Panthers suck, and the Bucks have a vengeance right now. Starting off their win streak last week, the Giants, they beat them 30-7. The Panthers lost to Kansas City in the nail biter, but we know what the Panthers are all about, dude. Lay it down. How is Tampa Bay gonna win this one?
Yeah, I mean, to me, this screams, even though it is the division game, the Baker, possibly best game of the season, dare I say? I'm going to say 400 yards passing for Baker.
Wow.
Mike Evans, $160, 3 touchdowns. Baker with 5 touchdowns overall, 35-7. Bucks in Charlotte. The under.
Absolutely love that. I'm sweating just thinking about it, Brian. Let's go to a next matchup here. 2 relevant teams, 2 powerhouse teams in the Eagles visiting the Baltimore Ravens. We know the deal between these two teams to be a very competitive, very close, tightly knit game here, which is why the Eagles are just +3 on the spread here. They're +140 on the money line. Value bet there. Total at a high set 50.5, Brian. The highest we've seen so far all day. The Eagles have been humming. We know they seem like an untouchable. Brian said a team that we may not see lose again this regular season. Taking on the Ravens, brother. We know who is better there. The Ravens have some soft spots, I suppose. But what do you see here? Ravens favorited. I think the Eagles could upset the Baltimore Ravens at home.
This is tough, because it seems like the Eagles' run, does it end in Baltimore, or does it end in Nolans in the Super Bowl? That's interesting. But I'm gonna say that the Eagles are gonna win this game. I think they are the better football team, and I know it's a challenge running against this defense, so there might be some play action with Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown down the field, Dallas Goedert, Tony. So I think this is a classic, but I think the Eagles will prevail. I'm going to say Jake Elliott makes the field goal this time. How about this? Down to the wire again. But I'm going to say the Eagles win this one 38-35. So a shootout at M&T. Eagles in the over.
Eagles in the over. Wow, dude. What a great matchup that is. And another great matchup we may have here for a primetime game, 8:20 p.m. We're going to Orchid Park here. The Bills, who are undefeated at home, 9-2 in the season. We know about them taking on the 49ers. And you would think you see this matchup maybe on paper, maybe before the season, regular season previews, and think, wow, that's going to be a good one. But I don't know, man. I mean, obviously, the struggles the Niners have been taking here, which is why they're +7 here on the spread, +250 on the money line, total 44.5. A Buffalo Bills team like the Eagles looks like they cannot be stopped. Could be their year for Allen. Niners here working off what is tough right now, the back-to-back losses. Looks like they were going to be, they could beat Seattle, they could beat Green Bay, but no, they lose both those games. Still somehow, though, in the running for their division, NFC West, as that division is so tight. Obviously, the Bills are running away with their division at 9-2. The Bills, of course, foot on the pedal, though. Are the Niners coming in here and maybe saving their season? Brock Purdy, the shoulder, we don't know. He's playing, though. But I don't know, man. What do you think?
I think they are. I think, the Bills have been on their run.
Right.
But all runs, all good times eventually come to an end. And the Niners are too talented to have the season end right here in Buffalo. And I know it's a tough spot. Purdy banged up. But I think Christian McCaffrey, best game of the season. $150 on the ground. Another 60 in the air, through the air, in the air. 3 total touchdowns. The Niners are going to beat the Bills here 28-21. Niners under, just like that. That is your week 13 NFL Frenzy?
Week 13, buddy.
Unreal, huh?
Unreal is right.
Give me the week. Don't think about it. The run. I don't want to hear it. It's not the Bucks.
Besides the Bucks, it can't be the Panthers. I mean, come on, dude. Let's see. Game of the weekend. I mean, Dolphins Packers is interesting, I suppose. It's so tough, dude. A lot of great matchups here. I guess game of the week, I'll go with Eagles Ravens.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Just because, Eagles Ravens, the big matchup, and I think it's going to be a big litmus test for the Ravens, because obviously Eagles powerhouse here, seemingly unstoppable, and the Ravens being that team that's always kind of gotten there but couldn't get over the hump, couldn't get to the Super Bowl sort of deal. This is going to be a team they have to get through, in order to win that Super Bowl, finally get there. So I think this is going to be a good one here. So what do you got for your game of the week?
I'll go to Orchard Park.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Niners upset. Your call is interesting, dude.
Yeah. I mean, listen, they haven't played great, but like I said, the Bills kind of due for that type of game. I don't know. Are the Niners really going to crash and burn, win 8 games, miss the playoffs? I know there's injuries. I know McCaffrey maybe isn't 100%. But I don't see that. I think they're going to figure out a way. And then Gino will be talking about the best quarterback in the division possibly staying home for the postseason.
Yeah, dude.
Could happen, right?
I think it will happen in terms of Gino staying home. But I don't know. Niners, it's interesting. It's going to be a good game, though. Going to be a good game. That is for
Obviously,
sure, dude.
provided Purdy plays. If he doesn't, I'm going to say 49-0 Bills.
Wow, okay.
Brandon Allen didn't exactly have it on Sunday.
Any relation?
No relation. And there's no relation to the world of the National Hockey League.
Speed, here he comes! McDavid shoots! Top shelf! He scores! Captain with the overtime winner! That's the middle! That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rick Washington made the full split save!
Are you kidding me?
Turn. Side of the net between the legs and they score! Filthy! David Pastrnak, the silver trophy to the Golden Knights!
All right. Light slate in the NHL last night. We all are obviously just waiting with bated breath, Tony. That was one of your classics I kind of forgot about, to be honest.
That's a good one.
About the Rangers, the moves, who knows? But in the meantime, the 2 results yesterday, Bruins shut out. So Jimmy Montgomery less.
Hey, man.
Bruins. He's kind of having the last laugh right now. Canucks 2-0. Lankinen shut out. DeBrusk with the goal. Do you expect the Bruins to get back to the team that we expected to see coming into the year?
I don't know, dude. It's really tough, I will say. I mean, since Jim left, they've actually won 2 out of 3 games. This is their first loss in the 3 games played since Monty was fired. I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't think so. I mean, maybe some of the players they have develop a little bit more, get more comfortable on the Bruins. But at the end of the day, I just think that this is not a team that's just been constructed well enough. I think the issue with Boston, I think, is their GM, is their unwillingness to part with the dynasty they had, kind of thinking, oh, we can kind of still coast through the same guys, not do much. you know, it's just not. It's not. This is obviously not the case. You know, so you know, we'll see what they can do. I mean, I think at the end of the day, you know, Jeremy Swayman. You know, I mean, the Bruins have a good goaltender when he decides to be good. Their defense is sound. I mean, you know, Swayman only faced 13 shots, which is pretty wild to think about. So yeah, I mean, I would imagine that at the end of the day, they're not making the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Older, fat and happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, the Bruins have been competitive for as long as I've been alive, dude. And they had a run where they were winning cups, going to the cup finals. But you know what, dude? There's no more, you know, there's no more days of Zdeno Chara, of Tuukka Rask, you know, the heydays of Brad Marchand. Like, it's just not.
Or Patrice
Bergeron. You know,
Marchand is still playing. Or
Marchand is still playing. Yeah, he's like 37. He's still playing well.
Didn't they have Kessel at one time?
Did they have Phil Kessel? Probably. He's been on like, I don't know.
I can't believe
like
you're that
15
tight.
teams.
I think he's exactly what the Rangers need.
He's not. What are you? What? No.
What happened
no.
though? There's something.
What
there.
happened?
There's something
He's
there for you.
old. No. He's just old and slow. Like, he's not, like, you're gonna put him out there for what? Like 45-second shifts at a time, and he's not gonna do much, dude. Like, it's not.
I feel like as excited as you are for the run, you're equally tight about Phil Kessel, dude. For whatever reason. Uncle Phil. Utah. Sergachev, I think always one of your favorites.
Yeah.
With the game winner.
Mikhail.
What's the deal with him?
What do you mean?
Like, I just don't know anything about him. I've just heard you say his name.
Top 10 draft pick, Montreal, obviously Canadiens, don't work. 2016.
Oh, okay.
Pick number 9, round 1 there.
Bust?
Nah, I think maybe just Montreal got rid of him right away. Tampa Bay, go on the run. You're okay. I mean, I guess maybe top 10 pick if you want to talk about that. I guess you could say he's kind of a bust, I suppose. But
Just give me 1 second.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, you pull up some of his stats here. I mean, he's active, you know. I mean, he was with Tampa Bay. He was with the cup runs they have, 2 out of 3. What's up, dude? And you look at his contributions there. I mean, ever since his sophomore year in the league, first year with Tampa, 79 games played, 40 points. Next year, 75 games played, 32 points. And middling around there, 2022-23 season is kind of, I guess you can say, a breakout year for him, 64 points. Follows that up with a injured-riddled year for Tampa. Gets traded, whatever. I don't think he was traded. I think he just wasn't re-signed. I'm not sure, though. Utah picks him up in the move, grabs him, and I would say solid defenseman move there for them. Something that Utah needs for sure, as Brian is now back. So let's go Mikhail Sergachev, dude. 26
Maybe
years
a
old.
Ranger target, or
Offensive defenseman.
you're always tied at them, unless it's Kale McCarr, because he's Kale McCarr.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he would definitely be an addition to the team, but is it worth giving up assets for him? Probably not. You know, he's a top 10 first rounder. They're going to want assets, and he's someone who can contribute. So,
But that type of mindset is why deals don't get done.
yes, very true. I would do Trouba Sergachev straight up. Come on, dude.
Would you give a bedroom with True?
Like Edstrom Trouba?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Rempe.
What? Like, you
don't
keep
like
adding people
Rempe
if they say
anyway,
no?
though.
Is that what your idea?
Yeah, it is, dude.
And Rempe, I don't know. Let's see. What's
Like at
Sergachev's?
the end of the day, what is Rempe? I mean, come on.
He's a fucking sideshow, dude.
Yeah.
Until he. Ooh. Oh wait, no. This was probably.
No. That just happened.
Oh wow, dude. 8.5.
Why would you wait? That wasn't a sign and trade? They just signed for a big extension and trade him a year later?
I guess, dude.
What was the trade? Why do I not remember a trade?
I don't know. It's let's look up the trade here. Mikhail Sergachev trade. Sergachev traded right here. Yep, Mikhail Sergachev traded. The Lightning received defenseman J.J. Moser and forward Connor Geeky, a 7th-round pick in the 2024 draft and a 2nd-round pick in the 2025 draft. Sergachev had 19 points in 34 regular season games, missing significant time due to knee injury. Remember that. Returned Stanley Cup playoffs, 1 assist in 2 games. Okay. Yes, we know, first rounder. He is the number 1 defenseman, and that's the reason for the deal. We wanted to cement that top end defenseman that can play a ton of minutes. Says Utah general manager Bill Armstrong. A good thick body, he says. Plays hard, blocks shots, can play offense and defense, and he's won a cup before. Yeah, a lot to bring, which is great. Won the Cup Tampa Bay 2020-21, 7 years remaining on the 8-year, $68 million contract he signed with Lightning in July. I guess maybe Tampa Bay, the cap space.
Yeah, definitely the cap space. Gensel.
I guess, yeah, dude. That's a very interesting move, dude.
Yeah.
Moser will become an unrestricted free agent too. Yep, Arizona.
Salary dump, 100%.
Salary dump. It has to be, yeah. I mean, good for Utah picking him up, dude. So he's not probably gonna go anywhere. But I mean, again, that contract is just like Trouba's, really. So,
but
obviously
imagine if
more
we had
years.
him instead of Trouba.
I'd have way much rather have him. So yeah, you know what I would do? I would.
You know what I was just realizing too? I feel like I never got my apology for Trouba because I feel like from day one since I started watching the Rangers, I'm like, dude, what? Like, what's the deal with Trouba? Like, he sucks. Like, why is he the captain? Like, you remember?
I do remember.
You're gonna tell me he was better back then?
He was better back then.
He was never good though. Honestly, he was never.
He was good, not great.
But he was never close to like being like an all-star.
No. But hey, I mean, the team voted him captain. So what do you want?
Maybe that's the problem.
It's them.
It is them, but it's all of them to make that. Why the captain?
Maybe nobody wants to step up. Nobody else wants to step
Kreider
up.
supposedly didn't want to, so.
Yeah, that's a bad look, dude. What the fuck is that shit? He doesn't want to step up. Trouba's got his wife and the nurse. Doesn't doesn't want to leave.
Married for now. 1 in 10 confidence level Carolina tonight. Like,
I guess 50-50 shot. Let's call it 5 out of 10.
Is it more just like you just thinking like, well, like maybe we hit rock bottom and this is a reset?
Listen.
Got to win sometime.
Sometimes hitting rock bottom is good, you know, dude. Look at the Mets; they hit rock bottom this year.
But would almost a loss be better?
No, a loss would not be better.
No, just like a sense of urgency.
No
trades for Monday.
There's urgent. Why would there is a sense of urgency right now? Like you don't need to lose tonight to get a sense of urgency. There already is that. You need a win tonight, dude. Like you have to get these wins.
But you don't think it gets like Kreider, like not Kreider, but Drury, like the Brian Cashman effect where it's like they win big, like 4-1 or something, and then he's just like, told you guys, this was a rough patch.
Yeah.
Fine, never doubted him. You don't think there's any chance that happens?
No, I don't. I don't think so. I think Drury is not Cashman. I think Drury does recognize he needs to make a trade, which is why he's sitting certain players, which is why we may see certain players sit tonight again. But in the meantime, we still have to put ourselves in a position to be contenders in the playoffs, to get the best spot going into the playoffs. So we need to win these games. And it is Carolina here. You know, this is a game you want to be competitive. And, excuse me. I mean, yes, put Berard out there, put Rempe out there. Get your young guys some more experience. But at the end of the day, you know, like Drury is a GM, him and Laviolette, it's their job to put the Rangers in the best position to win these games. So that's what we need to do, dude. That's what they need to do. That's what the Rangers need to do. And losing games isn't going to help them at all, you know? This isn't like, draft a lot. Like, we're not punting. This is a season where we're supposed to win the cup, you know?
Yeah.
So
I just want to see the trades happen. That's why I'm asking. At the end of the day, Tony, that's what it is. I just want the action right now.
But I do think I will stand by. Wins here do not affect what the trade's going to be like, dude.
I hope so. But one more time, Tony. Let's do a Frozen Frenzy.
All right, let's go, people. Big
lightning round.
Lightning round. Pretty sizable slate here on this Wednesday, dude. Every team is playing, dude. As we get ready for the Turkey Day break, dude. The Turkey Day break, Brian. We're starting off 7 p.m. in New York, not MSG. We're at Buffalo Key Bank Arena, the Sauce. We're not eating chicken wings. We're eating turkey wings, dude. The Sabres taking on the Wild here. Buffalo plus 115 on the money line. Pretty interesting there. Over under total is set at 5.5. We have two good goalie matchups. We have two solid team matchups here. The Wild working on back-to-back losses due for the win. The Sabres winners of 4 out of the last 5, 3-game win streak. What's happening tonight in Buffalo, Brian?
The Wild, Tony. The Wild are winning here. I know Buffalo, the run. I get it, but Wild way better. So I'm going to say they win this game, a tough, gritty game. Not a divisional game, but a tough game. I'm going to say 3-2 Wild, and the under.
I'm going to say the Sabres surprise the Wild here at home. People are, I don't know, probably keeping. I would imagine it's pretty packed here. I'd say it's a packed house, sold out. Ukko, Pekka, Luukkonen due for a good game. I think his last game out there wasn't so great, but we do have some good goaltenders. I say Alex Tuch here. Third period early on, Nets won to make it 2-1. That's your final score in this defensive goaltender battle. It's Sabres and the under there. Josh B. Next game, 7 p.m. Singing the Blues could be the Devils here as they're hosting the Blues. Prudential Center, Newark, New Jersey, St. Louis, plus 190 here on the money line. We know Devils have been dominant. 3-game win streak as well. Winners of 4 of the last 5, just like Buffalo, which is why St. Louis is plus 190 on the money line. Over under 5.5. 2 goaltenders pretty solid here. Do the Devils have the offensive stoutness to take down St. Louis?
New life under head coach Jim Montgomery, going for the Metro sweep here, and I think he's gonna do it. Devils have played well, but I think Montgomery's presence has lit a flame in St. Louis here, and I think they take out the Devils 4-2. Blues and the under.
I love the Blues value bet here, but I'm going to pick the Devils chalk here. I think the Devils' star power unfortunately outweighs that of the St. Louis Blues. Devils have a good team, a good coach of their own as well, and their tender, I think, has been a little bit better than Jordan Binnington. And because of that, the Hughes brothers, Hischier's healthy, Jesper Bratt. Give me the Devils winning this one. I'll say 4-3, so higher scoring Devils and the over. Moving along, chugging along, 7 p.m. in Raleigh. Our final 7 p.m. game here, ESPN Plus MSG, Brian. The Hurricanes at 15-5-1, who are minus 150 in this matchup against the Rangers. So maybe Rangers value plus 130. Once the lineup is announced, you could see that even go higher. Total is set at 6.5. Igor, Kochekov, Anderson injured. We know that for the Hurricanes. Hurricanes winners of 3 out of the last 5. Took care of business against Dallas, scoring a ton, 6-4. We know about their firepower. The Rangers, losers of 3 of their last 5 on the 3-game losing streak, giving up how many? 14 goals in those last 3 games, only scoring 6. So a bad goal differential there. Barring some of the players as healthy scratches of the Rangers, they have what it takes here to improve their record.
Panarin,
Brian.
Hat trick. Igor, shutout. It's like Michael, like sensed it to me that is going to happen. Manifesting it, Tony.
Absolutely, dude.
Rangers, under.
Wow, dude.
New life.
Rangers call. Let's fucking go here. We never die. We bleed blue. Hell or high water, dude.
Out, by the way,
Let's
too.
fucking go. Spencer Martin coming in probably then.
Sports.
Couple games under his belt. Maybe tired legs,
Connecticut
dude.
native.
Connecticut native. The loser, bro. All right? Tired of that.
From Darien.
Darien sucks, dude. Never been there, though, and I have no idea what it's like, but it still sucks. Give me the Rangers and the over here. Igor, shutout. Cooley, 2 goals. Adam Fox, 2 goals. Panarin, the hat trick, dude.
10?
Let's go. A 10 spot up on the Canes. Drury's happy. Still getting the trade. The young guys doesn't
Brian
fucking matter.
Cashman.
Brian Cashman, Brian Barnaby, stoked after this win. Rangers and the over. Josh B, book it. I don't give a shit, dude. 7:30 p.m. Detroit, Little Caesars Arena. Speaking of sucks, dude. Their pizza blows. Detroit style ass. Red Wings taking on the Flames. In a matchup here, the Calgary here, minus 105, over under is 5.5. Red Wings have dropped 3 of the last 5. Flames were on the 5-game win streak, just lost to Ottawa, Battle of Canada. Bounce back here, the Rings. Oh, wait, Dylan Larkin, what do you say, Brian?
I was going to take the Flames, but they're minus 105. You know what that means? You take the other side. Give me the Red Wings here, Tony. Lucas Raymond, 2 goals and an assist. Red Wings, 4-3. Red Wings in the over.
Love that call there. Give me Red Wings under. Cam Talbot, shutout. Flames extinguished. Lucas Raymond, Dylan Larkin, 2 goal scorers there. And why not 1 for Patrick Kane as well? They win 3-0. Detroit and the under, Brian. Moving forward, still 7:30 p.m. We're going to Tampa. The Lightning, the former team of Mikhail Sergachev over there. They're 11-7-2 with the cap space. The Caps, 14-6-1. Ovi out, we know, but they've still been winning games, Brian. They've won 3 of the last 5, just handled business against Florida. Kind of crazy at Florida, which they are still in now, facing the Lightning. Tampa Bay -145, over under 6.5. The Lightning, winners of 3 of the last 5 as well, beat Colorado decisively 8-2. Do they have what it takes to take down the Caps, dude?
Yes, they do.
I
If
think so,
Ovechkin was
too.
there, I would take the Capitals, but I'm taking the Lightning back-to-back. Who cares? But I am going to say they win this game by the final score of 5-2. Kucherov, 2 goals, 3 assists. Wow.
So what is that, under?
That would be the under, yes.
Another under here, the day of unders for Brian, dude. Next match, another big powerhouse here. The Florida Panthers taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs, Brian. The Panthers, I mentioned, coming off that loss against the Caps.
A few losses, huh?
4 in a row, Brian. I think for the
It
first time in a
rains
long time,
4
it
days in a row.
poured. It's going to be sunny the 5th day. I don't
It is
know,
Florida,
dude.
Tony.
It is Florida. Toronto, though, conversely, on the 4-game win streak, they've been humming. Anthony Stolarz, their goaltender, a big part of that. Stats here significantly outweighed that of Sergei Bobrovsky. Toronto +120 value, bet over under 5.5. What do you got, Mitch Marner?
No way, dude. The Panthers will rise again in Sunrise. I am going to say Carter Verhaeghe, Tony. The hat trick. Panthers. 5-4. Panthers in the over.
The Panthers will rise again in Sunrise.
Hey, Javi.
We're going to get our city back.
Sabat.
I think I'm going to go Toronto with this game, dude. They're the hot team right now. The +120 value bet for Josh B, I would say. Nylander good. Matthews out still. Obviously, Max Domi out. Ekman Larson day-to-day, dude. But I think, Mitch Marner, 28 points in the season, keeping it up. Stolarz has been great. And I think they're going to get another win here. I think Panthers go into Thanksgiving break with a 5-game losing streak. Fuck them, dude. Maple Leafs win this one. I'll say it a tight one, 3-2. That's just on the under there, Brian. Let's keep it chugging and going with these games and going to Pittsburgh as the Penguins of Michael Buckta take on the Vancouver Canucks here. Vancouver -125 on the money line, over under 6.5. Canucks, down some firepower. Brock Besser, JT Miller, don't know what he is, but teams in support of his league of absence here. Canucks 2-game win streak, shutting out the Boston Bruins. What do you got for this game?
Penguins. Crosby, Malkin. They score, they win. I know you're all riled about the Canucks, Quinn Hughes and Miller being back. Doesn't matter, though. No. Jari, also, shutout. How about that? The Steel City, Tony. 3-0 Penguins in the under.
Jari sucks, dude. Give me Canucks. I say they outscore the Penguins 5-3. Canucks in the over. I don't care who it is, but they're scoring a ton. Next game here on the National Hockey League, 7:30 p.m. Columbus, Ohio, Nationwide Arena. The Blue Jackets taking on the Canadiens. Montreal +140. I say hammer the Canadiens here. Over under 6.5. Blues heating up. Beat Carolina. Beat Tampa Bay. Beat Boston, dude. A lot of scoring. A lot of late night overtime shootout victories as well. What do you foresee happening for Elvis Merzlikins and the Blue Jackets,
That's what I was going to
dude?
say. I feel like you're always making that call, but just the Canadiens, dude. It's not even at the Bell Center. What are we talking about? I'll give you your Elvis Merzlikins, Tony.
Dude.
How about the Blue Jackets? 3-2. Marchenko, the hat trick. All 3 goals. Blue Jackets under and going and going.
and going and going. I'm going to tell you right now, you'll be hearing Elvis has left the building calls because he's going to be run out after the first period, giving up 4 goals unanswered. 2 to Suzuki, 2 to Caulfield. That's right, dude. Maybe Blue Jackets battle back. Kirill Marchenko, whatever, dude, comes back with a few. Doesn't really matter. Canadiens, and this one 6-3. Montreal and the over. They go into Thanksgiving saying, what are we celebrating? Back in Canada, nothing, dude. Next game, 8 p.m. Not Toronto, Nashville. The Predators taking on the Flyers. Torts, the quarter zip. Does he still have it on? The Flyers plus 150 here. Good value there. Over under 5.5, Brian. Flyers in shambles, but so are the Predators. Both teams losing 3 of their last 5. Nashville struggling in defense, struggling in offense. Flyers, same deal. Sam Ersson kind of good, though. What do you got?
I am going to say the sweater is on in a victory. And the question I would have to you is over under the end of the month before Barry Trotz takes a walk down from the front office. Flyers. How about this? Embarrassing the Predators at home. 4-0 Flyers under. Trotz back in his post.
I mean, I do like that. Do give Torts something to smile about. Travis Konechny, hat trick, 1 assist. Flyers win 4-1. Forsberg, the lone goal there for Nashville. Stamkos, where are you, dude? Next game here now. Let's see. Where are we? 8:30 p.m. Chicago, dude. Last few games of the night, dude. The Blackhawks take on the Stars United Center. Let's freaking go. Dean from the Horseshoe, hyped up. Dallas, minus 250. That puts Chicago at plus 210. Over under 5.5. Matt Duchene, Brian. How many goals tonight for him?
None. And how about this? None for the Stars. We're talking about shutouts. Bedard doubling his goals, Tony. The Josh B. prop bet. Allen jacked. Blackhawks 3-0. Turkey on the table and the under value plus 210.
That's good value, but I don't know. Stars shut out 2-0. Why not? Rupee Hintz, Jason Robertson, never heard from those guys in a while. Ottinger shut out second of the year. Let's fucking go Dallas, dude. How about that, dude? Dallas in the under. Next game here. Final 4 games here. We're in the 10 o'clock time slot now. The late show. Going to Colorado here as the Avs take on the Golden Knights at the Ball Arena. Not to be confused with the Bell Arena, Brian. Denver, Colorado. Avalanche, doing pretty well, I guess. Winners of 3 of the last 5.
Got embarrassed
so the G Knights.
By Tampa 8-2, though.
Landslide victory there for the Lightning. Goaltending the issue. Defense, where are you? Jack Eichel heating up 34 points on the year for the G Knights. They're plus 135. Underdogs on the road. Over under 6.5. How much value are you putting into that for the Vegas Golden Knights?
No value. Colorado bouncing back in a big way. Makar, McKinnon, Tony. I think the Avalanche will win this game 5-2. Avalanche and the over.
Avs and the over. Dude. I do like the over. Definitely hammer the over in this one. A lot of offense here. But I don't know, man. Jack Eichel is red hot. He wants to win. He wants to go back home to New York for Thanksgiving. A winner. So give me 2 goals, 2 assists from him. An absolute playmaker. And I say he gets that what ends up to be the game-winning goal late in the 3rd period, I guess, maybe 5 minutes to go. Breakaway, Jack Eichel, past Georgiev, little left to right backhand there. They win 4-3. Knights and the over. Let's keep it going. Final 3. Crypto.com Arena. LA Kings take on the Jets, and it's going to be a tough matchup here for the Kings. Surprisingly at home, they are even though on the money line. Winnipeg minus 120, over under 5.5, so keeping it tight there. Both teams struggling a little bit. As I say, Jets lost 2 out of the last 5, which is struggling for them, obviously. Kings here just lost to San Jose. Yikes, 7-2. Bounce back here for the Kings at home?
Absolutely not. No. Jets 6-2. I think they just outlast the Kings here. Physical game, and have no problem. So Jets and the over.
Yeah, I'm not going to get too cute here. Jets and the under, hell but good. Riddick is bad. I say Jets score 4 on their own. Kings score 1 from who it doesn't matter. Give me Jets and just at the under right there, Brian. Let's go now. Final 2. We're almost done here, Brian. The Seattle Kraken taking on the Anaheim Ducks, a potential landing spot for fellow Chris Kreider. The Anaheim Ducks coming into Seattle plus 175, over under 5.5. Let's fucking go Ducks, huh? They dropped their last 2 after winning 3 in a row. The Kraken just beat the Ducks 3-2 2 days ago. Are the Ducks getting their revenge against the Kraken?
Yes, Troy Terry, Tony, stepping up in a big way. 2 goals, 2 assists. Ducks 4-3 overtime. Ducks in the over plus 175.
Yes, dude. I love the Ducks call right here. The Ducks fly together. Quack, 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 dude. Terry, maybe your player of the game, but regardless, there's gonna be a lot of scoring there on the Ducks side. I say they win this game, I don't know, maybe 5-2. Ducks and the over there. Last game here, speaking of the Sharks, they're taking on the Ottawa Senators in what could be kind of a tough game to watch. Both these teams kind of suck, but Ottawa here, minus 200. So San Jose Sharks plus 170 coming in here. Pretty value there. Over under 6.5. Senators 5-game losing streak just broke it against Calgary. Beat them 4-3. Sharks took care of business, I said, against LA, scoring 7 spot against LA. They do it again here against the Senators.
Yeah, I think they can. Celebrini, a goal. That's it. Only score of the game. 1-0. Blackwood shutout. Sharks under.
Yeah, I think you're right, dude. Sharks in the under. Shut up, maybe not. But 2 goals for the Sharks. 1 from the Senators coming from Stutzel. Blackwood looking good. Former Devil. Sharks win 3-1. Sharks and the under, Brian.
Just like that. That is your frozen frenzy. Let's go, Rangers. Gonna get to the haircut at the buzzer, but we did it.
That's right,
we
dude.
made it through, Tony. But I have to say, a nice but abbreviated week. Got everything done. Got out without anybody getting hurt. We want everybody to enjoy their Thanksgiving and this time off. And we'd like to thank everybody once again for tuning in, continuing to comment, like, and subscribe all of the archives of the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay. Costume merch down at TV.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day. Enjoy Down the Rabbit Hole at 11. And we will see you on Monday.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.